Okay, in today's session, you're going to need a kettlebell or weight, your yoga blocks, foam roller, and a cushion or something to slide on the floor on. So once you've got those, we're going to come to our standing position. We're just going to start with some of our roll downs, bringing the arms up overhead, tucking the chin, walking it out into that plank. Let's send our hips up to our downward dog. Roll it forward. Walk the hands in and roll up through the spine. Good. We're just going to take 2 more of those. Rolling down through the spine. Walking it out into plank. Push the hips back into downward dog. Breath or 2 here. Roll the spine. Walk the hands in. Press. Roll. 1 more like that. Rolling down through the spine. Walking the hands out. Bring it into your downward dog. Roll through the spine. Back to your plank. Walk the hands in. Rolling all the way up. Just going to take a couple of shoulder swings, so arm swings, so you're going to let the arms swing. Relax forward, back, and up. 2, back, 3, 4, back, and last one, 5, back, and up. Good. Bring the head down. Walk yourself out into your plank. Out into all fours, and we're just going to go with some ankle mobility. So picking up your weight, sitting it on top of the knee, just shifting forwards and backwards a few times to wake up those ankles. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Just hover on that last one. Good. Bring it back in. Let's just swap the feet over and sending that hip forward. 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, and last one, just holding it there for a few seconds. 5. Good. Bring that back. Bring the weight down. And we're just really going to quickly get into those wrists as well. So rocking forward and back slightly. Just a quick warm up of these wrists, because we're going to move through quite a lot of the wrists today. Turn them round. Shifting back. Good, and then turning them out, just bringing it over to one side and back over to the other. 3. Good. Just walk your feet back into your downward dog. Just take a moment to breathe into this position. Good. And then we're going to go into our 5 floats. So bending the knees, lifting the feet, lengthening up into your flat back, over the top. Roll through the spine. And in. We come back down to the floor. Lift the chest, floating back into your press up. Pushing the chest up. And coming down. Good, we do 4 more, floating forwards. Lift the chest. Relax over. Roll through the spine. Hands to chest. Hands coming up. Over the top. Lift the chest. Floating back. Through your press up. Lift the chest. And pushing down. Good, into number 3, floating forwards. Lift the chest. Relax over the top. Roll through the spine. Hands in. Lift. Through the center. Lift the chest. Floating back. All the way down. And back into your downward dog. Good, we go for 1 more just like this. So floating through. Lift the chest. Relaxing forward. Roll through the spine. Hands to chest. Bring it back through. And over the top. Lift the chest. Floating back. Pressing down. Pushing up. And back into your downward dog. Good, take 2 more deep breaths here. And 1 more. Good, bringing the right leg all the way up. We're going to step that leg forward into our lunge. We're going to rotate onto the outside of our foot. Bring that foot all the way around, reaching back over the top. Bring it all the way back up into your high lunge. And then we're just going to come back to our press up. Hips coming up. And pushing back. Same with the left side. We're going to lift that left leg. Bring the knee into the chest. Stepping it forward. Rotate onto the outside of the left leg. Bring that leg around. Lift over the top into that back stroke. Bring the foot back into the center. Lifting into that lunge. Really think about squeezing this bum underneath. Coming through that press up. Lifting up. And pushing back through. Good, take that right leg again. Through the center. Twist onto the outside of that foot. Reach all the way around. Bring it back through the middle. Up into your high lunge. Stepping the foot back. Into your press up. Lift. And pushing all the way back. Good. And left side. Through the middle. Sweeping that left leg all the way around, reaching back, bringing it back through the center, up into your high lunge, stepping it back into your press up, and backwards. You can do 1 more on each side, so lifting that right leg up, folding chest into the chest, on the outside of the right foot, sweep it all the way around, reaching back through the center, high lunge, hands down, press up, pushing back. And last time on the left, through the middle. Turn to the right onto the outside of the left foot. Swing round. Back through the middle. Into your high lunge. Squeezing those glutes. Into your press up. Lifting. Pushing back. Good, take a couple of deep breaths. Good, from here bend your knees, float forward and then bring yourself down onto the floor. So we're going to come into some of our squat rocks. We're just going to go for 15 of these squat rocks. You can use the blocks if you want a little bit of assistance. We're also going to keep our leg extension out, so we're reaching through and then knees coming forward, squeezing the glutes, rocking back to sit for 2, rock, sit, 3, 4, sit, coming up for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good, we go for 5 more. 11, 12, 13, 2 more, 14, and last one, 15. Good, rocking back, relax. Remember, you can always pause the video and take your own time through those. Pause if you need to, that's always really useful. The main thing is that we're working on mobility, but we're also getting a nice little work through the legs and those ankles as well. So we're going to come round and we're going to come into our awkward plank position with our side opening. So I'm going to find my high plank. I'm going to lift both the right foot and arm off. I'm going to come out into my side position, back down to the floor. That's for 1. And down. We go for 2. Nice and slow, as much as you can sustain and keep it nice and controlled, the better. 2, good. We're going for 3. Good, coming for 4 on the right side. 4 on the left. And last one on each side, number 5. Lifting and opening. Back down. And 1 more. and down. Good, bring the knees down. That one's really not easy. We're working a lot of core, a lot of shoulders there. So again, take your time to coordinate everything. Okay, from there, we're gonna come back into some leg work. And again, taking an exercise we're already familiar with so we can continue to improve it. We come into our down dog. We're gonna send the right leg up, bring our knee through, bring the arms up. I'm gonna come into my pistol squat. On the right side, bring it back up, out into my lunge, down and back into my down dog. I'm gonna do the same thing with my left. Bringing that in, arms up, sending it through, pushing up. Remember, if you have one side where you need a little bit more support, that's okay. The main thing is that you're moving through this position, so your body's getting used to opening up and sitting in that position. So you should find you have one side that is a lot happier doing this movement than the other. Okay, bring the arms up. 2. Good, we're going for a total of 5 on each side. So this is number 3 on the right. Good, number 3 on the left. Okay, we're going for number 4 on the right side. Even if you have a little wobble, just try and make sure you set yourself correctly before you continue. Just get good practice. Good, that's 4. We're going for 1 more on each side. And last one on the left. Bringing it through. Bringing it up. Good, bring yourself into that downward dog. Just a couple of deep breaths. Good, bring those knees down to the mat. Good, we're going to come back into a little bit of upper body. This is something we have done in the past where we're going to move through a press up position whilst bringing our knee up to our elbow and extending it out to the side. You're going to do 5 reps on each side. You can start with whichever side you like. I'm going to start with the right. I'm going to bring myself back into that downward dog position. Send the right leg up. It's going to come through to my elbow. As I lower down, extend the leg. Push it back for 1. 2. 3. 4, and last one. 5, good, bring that right leg down, float that left leg up. We do the same thing on the other side. Knee in, extend out, in, up, that's for 1. 2. 3. 4, and last one. Push it back, 5, good. Bring that foot down. Just one nice deep breath. And bring the knees down to the mat. Good stuff. So our next exercise is that we're going to come into those little block shifts where we're going to get a nice shoulder workout, and we're also working the core and especially the muscles at the back as well. So you're going to set your blocks up, hands onto the blocks, coming to standing position. As far as you're comfortable shifting that weight, that's exactly what you're going to do. So you're going to rock your weight forwards and shift the weight into those wrists and into those hands, so you can have a little bit of a grip going there, so you start working into that strength. We're going to go for 10 rocks. So here we go. Shifting for 1 and back, 2 and back, 3 and back, 4 and back, 5 back, 6 back, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Good. We're just going to shift forward and we're going to hold for 10 counts. So shift 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Lower the heels. Lovely. Just enjoy that stretch there for a second. Nod your head. Shake your head. Whew, just release. Beautiful. Bring it down to the floor. Next thing we're going to do is come into a little bit more core. So using our foam roller, we're going to go from our C curve, tucking our feet under and then back again. So find your C curve position, head off the floor, and we're going to sit, bring it up. Feet going to come over the top, underneath. For 1, 2, sitting up, stand up for 3, 4, bring it up for number 5. Good, halfway, we've got 5 reps. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one. And extend out, just hold there for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Good work. That's a tough core exercise, but very beneficial. So we're just going to finish up with a little bit of mobility. So 2 more exercises. First one, grab your cushion. We're just going to do a hamstring slide. So placing my right heel onto the cushion, all I'm going to do, can use my hands for support if I want to, and I don't trust my strength and my hamstring to stop me. If I feel comfortable, I'm going to get a bit more strength out of not using my hands. I'm going to stretch forward and then pull it back in. Don't go too far. You want to make sure it's just on the edge of what feels manageable. You can keep a slight bend in the knee if you feel like you're putting a lot of pressure through the knee. 2. Good. Sending it out. 3. We're just going to do 5 on each side. 4. Whew. This should be getting harder as you go along. Last one. Stretching out. 5, good. Bring that foot in. Swap it over to the other side. Doing exactly the same thing. Good, 1. And extending out. For 2. Good, extending out. 3. 2 more. 4. And last one. 5. Good. You can also choose to stay there and hold that stretch a little bit if you want. And then finally, we're going to come and do just a little bit of hip mobility to finish this off. So we're going to lay onto our side. You can relax onto that arm, bringing the feet on top of each other this way, hand out to the side. This is where I'm going to lift, open the knee, think about pushing the knee and the foot back to the wall. As I reach the top here, I'm going to think about twisting in the hip, so that I push the heel towards the back and away from me to bring it in at the bottom to meet my knee. And then I'm going to reverse, so I push the heel towards the back of the room, I keep it to the back, and then I slowly open up at the hip, and then think about the heel coming towards the front of the room this time, and then slowly down. Good, we're just going to do 2 more on this side. So lifting, pushing that heel forward, opening, extending, and then rotating at the top, pushing that hip, causing that hip to rotate and bringing that foot in. Good, reversing, foot towards the back wall, lift, rotate. Think about pushing that hip forward towards the front of the room and down. Last one on this side. Foot towards the front, lift, lift, lift. Open as much as you can. Rotating the hip. Push the foot to the back of the room, all the way round. And back the other way. Heel first. Open at the hips. Bringing it round and down. Good, just give that bit of a shake. We're just going to do that on the other side. Final time. You should get quite a bit crunching. It's a good sign. It means the hips opening up a little bit with you. So, feet stacked, knees stacked on top of each other, and lifting the knee, bringing that foot towards the front of the room. Open, open, open. And then rotating the hips, send that heel back and away. And then in at the bottom to join. Pushing that heel to the back of the room. Keep that tension in the leg. Open up in the hip. Open, open, open. Heel forwards as much as you can. And you can add a little bit of resistance if you like on this very last section. Good. We're going to do 2 more. Lifting, resisting, pushing that heel forward. And then once you reach the top, rotate in the hip. Push that heel backwards and away. All the way back to join. Knee coming backwards, heel first, leads, knee opens to the ceiling. Foot leads forward. And then we have this resistance all the way to the bottom. And very last one. Opening up the knee, push that foot forward. As we reach the top, rotate that hip. Push the heel back and away. Bringing it all the way in. And last time, reverse. Push the heel back. Open that knee. And then a little bit of resistance on the way down to finish. Good. Beautiful, just bring yourself into a straddle stretch. And you're just going to bring yourself forward. Relaxing in that position. Taking a moment to relax the breath. Thinking about all that great work you've done today. Walk the hands a bit further forward if you can. If you have lots of time, you can stay here, maybe incorporate some other stretches, or you can walk the hands back in. Slowly just shake the legs, bring them in to join each other. You made it to the end. Well done.